It's not just bricks and mortar that she's made money on. Max Factor, AOL and BMW have all bought a piece of her to flog their products. It's been a happy marriage most of the time, apart from a $5 million deal with Pepsi. Then out popped the video for Like a Prayer.
She went to the marketing guy at Pepsi at the time and said, "Are you going to put the reflection of the burning cross on a billboard or something?" And the guy was like, "What? What are you talking about?" I said, "Oh, you'll see." And the next day the video came out.
The usual assortment of burning crosses, cleavage and Christ sent moral America mad, and Pepsi bottled it.
She gave back the money from the Pepsi commercial. She didn't keep it. She did it, but she gave it back. She didn't have to.
There's suggestions that she knew everything that was going to happen and that controversy was just going to benefit her career.
And she's just signed a deal to let Microsoft flog their Windows XP to Ray of Light. Now, there's talk of a $10 million deal, but she's expected to receive just £500,000 after the publishing rights. Still not bad for rehashing her old song, and over the years she's made around £7 million for doing just that. Do the sums, that's $260 million now. Right, back to the music. Madonna's not happy with just her own hits, she's also looking for new acts. As part of her deal with Warner, she was given her own label, Maverick, in 1992, and promptly signed Alanis Morissette.
Alanis was turned down by every other record label in the business, and Maverick did sign her, so give them kudos for that. They recognized the great talent when they heard it, and they signed it. But what have they done since then?
Alanis Morissette's out there making another record, or Prodigy's out there making another record, and those will be coming out next year. In the meantime, you have to build your label and sign more bands and build.
But while Madge's career's on, Maverick is reportedly losing parent company Warner's upwards of £21 million a year.
It was quoted that you were saying that Maverick was losing Warner $40 million a year?
I said that? No. I could tell you I definitely didn't say that.
Okay. I think it was...
And I don't even know if that's the right number. Because of her vision and because of her insight into the marketplace, I'm more likely to take a shot. If I was a business person, I'd take more shot with a Madonna than I would somebody who was not a Madonna.
Warner will smile and swallow Maverick's losses as long as Madonna keeps churning out hits. But she's dropped other financial clangers as well. She got burnt by the dot-com bubble when she invested in ArtistsDirect.com.
She invested $750,000, which now, I mean, that stock has just plummeted. It's worth about $12,000. Not a great investment.
Okay, so every good businesswoman makes an occasional mistake, but Madonna's strength is the ability to sack anyone who doesn't shape up. Her first manager would now be a multi-millionaire if Madonna hadn't dumped her.
Right before the final breakup, she came to me and said that you're a bitch and I'm a bitch. However, we do work very well together. Let's try and make this work out. In hindsight, I mean, I should have said, sure, yeah, you know, that was it. But I discovered her, I developed her, and I basically wanted to manage her.
I never spoke to her since July 1996. Never spoke to her. I got a call from her secretary, and her secretary told me, "Bert, I have to tell you bad news." Oh, I said, "Can I talk to her?" So she said, "Well, you know Madonna, she doesn't like to talk about these things," which is the truth. She doesn't like to say goodbyes.
If you're not pulling your weight, you're out. Gone. That's not a control freak. That's just, that's just a sensible person. That's someone who's got their marbles in the right places.
With a fresh generation of fans, the chameleon of pop is blending into new surroundings, and two of her close assistants have just left, so we could be about to see a new Madonna. But her biggest challenge will be to live up to herself. Last year, she earned around £27 million. Add to that the $11 million for a new record deal, and Madge is worth $298 million. After the taxman has shoved his face in her trough, that leaves a total of £149 million. So, our exclusive findings? Surprisingly, she's worth considerably less than 2 decades of hype suggest.
Reports of her being worth $400 million, $250 million. I just don't see how they would get there. There's no real jewel of an asset in Madonna's portfolio.
Especially as Oprah Winfrey is worth £700 million, and that's with a little afternoon chat show. And at £2 million a year, the personal trainers, bodyguards and homes still have to be paid for, so don't expect Madonna to put her feet up.
I don't ever see her retiring. I see her finding other avenues to follow that might be behind the camera.
She may stop making records or stop touring, but there'll always be a creative outlet that she will channel her creativity to.
I don't believe in any way that she's stopping. And in fact, I don't believe in any way that she's half done.
If Madonna never has another hit record again for the rest of her life, she'll be a star. She'll be a personality forever.